Well, Florida parents are showing their frustration over a high school textbook that dedicates an entire chapter to Islam. They're protesting outside this school in Volusia, claiming that Christianity and Judaism aren't getting the same treatment.
In terms of religion, that's my personal choice, my personal decision. She'll learn what I choose as her parent to learn and not what her school chooses for her to learn.
Well, in fact, last night's protest got heated and a school board hearing had to be delayed. Joining me live in Orlando this morning is one of the organizer of that protest, Rick Sarmiento. Thank you for being here, Rick. What are you hoping to accomplish out of the protests here?
Well, the main issue, as you had mentioned, is that one particular religion, in this case Islam, has an entire chapter of 35 pages devoted to it in the World History book. And although Christianity and Judaism and other religions are also mentioned, they're in little snippets throughout the entire book. And I'm simply asking that all religions be equally represented to the youth in this World History book.
Are you aware? I mean, our instructors certainly have a personal take on how they relay the information. Is it relayed in a fair way in the class?
Well, it is. In my perspective and in reading the curriculum, it is not. I called the school board on Friday, and at first they were unaware that this was even being taught in the curriculum in their school district. I did receive a phone call about 5 hours later from Dr. Smith, who is the superintendent of schools, and then she did acknowledge that it was being taught in the school. So it's apparent that this is being taught throughout Brevard County, Volusia County, Seminole County, and our school officials and administrators are not really aware of what's in the context of this book.
And you also, as I understand, have a problem with the content, being that within the text it claims that Muslim battles were nonviolent. Am I saying that correctly?
No, there's context in here as far as discussions of Sharia law and how peaceful Sharia law is. And again, I just want factual information to be in the context of this book. If we had the 5 pillars, in this book there's 5 pillars of Islam in the book. Could you imagine if we had a chapter of Christianity, 35 pages, and the 10 Commandments, and an assignment at school that has students read biblical scriptures and report their findings in a 1-page report? There'd be a tremendous outrage.
Sure. On the flip side of that, we've heard stories where those things are actually being removed from schools. What do you want to happen here? What if indeed that text did include 32 pages of Christianity, 32 pages on atheism, 32 pages of Judaism? Would that suffice?
That's an issue, and that's what I'm asking for: open dialogue with the school administrators to look into what's in here. If it's an indoctrination of one particular religion, I oppose that. I'm a Christian. I will have to say that this particular protest has helped renew and restore my faith in Jesus Christ. However, I don't want an indoctrination, so to speak, of an entire chapter of one particular religion over the other. So what I'm asking or suggesting is WFTV local Channel 9 News here did an erroneous reporting the other day. They said that we were demanding that the pages from this book be ripped out of the curriculum. What I said was, in a hypothetical situation, Brevard County had the same issue. They prepared a supplement. If due to budgetary concerns they cannot do that, I would suggest then, you know what, eliminate the curriculum, volunteer children or students from the high school to tear out the pages, and end the controversy, and let's go forward for the following school year.
Well, Rick Sarmiento, we appreciate you taking the time to explain your position, and we'll keep posted on all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate it.
Let us know what you think about that. Is teaching about a religion teaching the religion? We'd love to hear about it on Facebook.